Good Friday morning, everybody. Chris Allen with your weather podcast for this July 10th. The weekend is here. Yesterday, wow, we had some pretty intense thunderstorms that rolled through the area. Torrential downpours and even a few severe thunderstorms. We had numerous reports of downed trees and limbs and power lines, especially over toward the Green River Lake area, taking in places like Summersville in Greene County. You folks got hammered hard over there. Wow. Hart County, some damage around Munfordville. You may have seen the pictures that were posted that people were sending in of a lot of downed trees around the Munfordville area. One in particular right there at the Munfordville apartments where some trees had fallen on the power lines, and you could see the tree branch catching fire or starting to smolder and smoke because of the arcing electricity into the limbs there. And then all over toward Taylor County, Campbellsville, in that area, some pretty good wind damage. So yesterday, these storms would build up very quickly and then just fall apart or collapse. And when you get those kind of pulsing thunderstorms and then they all of a sudden collapse, all of that rain and all of the wind hits the ground with a force, and that's what causes the damage that we saw yesterday. And then just the torrential rainfall that happens in just a few minutes. It's a blinding rainfall. If you're driving, it really is difficult to see when you get underneath one of those storms. Now, that same kind of pattern is going to happen again today. In fact, the Storm Prediction Center is saying that we've got a slight risk of seeing a few severe thunderstorms again this afternoon. Now, it's not really anything any different than yesterday. I think they're they probably wish they would have put that slight risk out yesterday. But I think it's going to be pretty much a carbon copy of what we saw around here yesterday afternoon. It's going to happen again today. So just prepare yourself as that old frontal boundary that's been just kind of hanging around here the last few days is still going to be in the area. It's not going to move completely through southern Kentucky, and because of that, it's just kind of laying here and continuing to fire off showers and thunderstorms. And all it takes is some daytime heating. We've got lots of available moisture, so the sun, when it comes out, heats up the atmosphere, makes it feel like it's a steam bath around. I mean, it really is kind of stifling the amount of moisture that's in the air, a very tropical-like atmosphere. So it doesn't take long, probably around midday or early afternoon, we'll begin to see showers and thunderstorms popping up across the area. Yesterday, we had an official high of 90 degrees at the Bowling Green Airport. That happened at just before 4 p.m. 89 is the average, so that's a 1 degree difference. 76 was our low temperature yesterday. 68 is the average low temperature, so that's an 8 degree difference. A year ago, we had a high of 87 and a low of 66 back in 2014. And here's the numbers that are staggering for the month of July. We are looking really, really good in the precipitation totals. The rain, another 0.18 of an inch of rain yesterday at the Bowling Green Airport. So that brings our July total up to 3.54. So just a little bit over 3.5 inches of rain. That's 2.25 inches above the July average for Bowling Green. And year to date, we have a surplus of 3.41 inches of rain. Wow. This could end up really being one of our wettest Julys ever if we stay on this pace. It's a little early. It's only the 10th day of the month. But if we stay on this pace, and it looks like next week we will, If we keep this up, we could end up being one of the wettest Julys on record. So for today, we're going to start humid. There's even a little bit of patchy fog out there this morning around area lakes and rivers where we had the rains yesterday. So be careful of that if you're driving into work this morning. Otherwise, we're just going to see another warm, humid day with scattered thunderstorms developing, especially toward midday and into the afternoon. A high today back to around 90. And as I mentioned, some of the storms this afternoon could be strong to possibly severe. The main threat with those collapsing thunderstorms, damaging wind potential, and torrential rainfall. Warm and muggy tonight, a 30% chance of a shower or thunderstorm, 72. For Saturday, now I know originally all week long we've been talking about it's going to dry out for the weekend, and pretty much it is, but we've had to add in at least a 20% chance that you could see an isolated shower or thunderstorm, mainly during the afternoon hours, both Saturday and Sunday. But for the most part, we're going to get that boundary out of here slowly. It's still going to be close enough to where it could spark a late day shower or thunderstorm both days. Otherwise, it's just going to be hot and humid. 91 for Saturday, 92 for Sunday. Now, as we get into next week, especially Monday, we're going to begin to see a series of disturbances working into the region, and that's going to keep us unsettled for a while. It looks like, as I mentioned earlier, this July pattern of unusually wet weather is going to continue into next week. We're looking at Monday, a chance of showers during the day, a high of 94. It will be hot and humid. A better chance of showers and thunderstorms Monday night with the first piece of energy coming through. Tuesday, we're going to go back to about a 30% chance of showers during the day. Hot, humid, 92. We've brought up some of the afternoon temperature readings. And then Tuesday night, here comes another piece of energy with another 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms into Wednesday morning. Wednesday, we'll see a slight chance of showers around 90. And then Thursday next week, even still there, an isolated shower chance during the afternoon, and 88. So as you're listening to this, you're noticing, if you've paid attention to the 7-day forecast, we've bumped up the afternoon numbers just a bit. They were coming down into the upper 80s, but we're going to keep things more around 90 degrees or in the low 90s over the next few days. And every single day of the 7-day forecast has a chance of rain and thunderstorms there. And because of the moisture content in the air, any of these storms could produce some very heavy rainfall. All right, that'll do it for this edition of the podcast. God bless as always, and have a great weekend. Thanks for listening. Know the weather before it knows you. I'll see you live at 5:30 on AM Kentucky, streaming live to the WBKO app and to WBKO.com.